Welcome to Roblox Adventures. I'm Winston, and today we're going to check out World Zero. But up first, don't forget to give me a like and give me a subscribe. Alright, we're going to jump into it. Today we're going to check out World Zero, and we're going to actually see if this game is actually worth playing. So we're going to start looking at some of these Roblox games and deciding if it's actually worth playing, letting you guys know, should you actually waste your time playing this game, who should be playing this game, and what it's all about. Alright, so up first, as you can see, this game is based on an MMO. And as you can see, there's lots of different types of classes. So just from off the start, getting going in this game, I really think this game offers a lot. It does look like you can only be 3 of the classes. Yeah, so starting out, you can be a sword master, you can be an arcane mage, or you can be a defender. So probably 3 DPSs and a tank, probably. And then I'm going to assume that while you're leveling up, once you reach specific levels, you're able to take on the higher tier classes, all the way up to where you can be the highest level, which is a warlord or a summoner. Now, I don't necessarily know if those are the most powerful classes in the game, or if you can stick with one of the lesser classes and be content. That is yet to be determined. But just from the selection screen alone, it does look like it's going to offer quite a bit of unique abilities to a game that has been developed inside of Roblox. So I really enjoy playing MMO type of games. I haven't found a definitive MMO type of game yet built and developed in Roblox. There are many types of games out there that are MMO-esque, but there's not one that you pick a class and you go take on the world. And it does look like it does have a really awesome character creation screen. So you can pick different hair, you can pick your skin color, you can be either male or female. So you're not just stuck, playing a male character for one class or playing a female character for another class. You do have the options. You can pick facial hair, you can pick skin color, you can pick eye color, you can pick the type of eyes that you want. So obviously I'm going to go with something kind of off the wall. That's just how I am. But look at all these hair. So yeah, you could probably spend quite a bit of time in the character creation, making sure your character is just right. Does have a random feature, so if you just want to jump in the game, you really don't care what your character looks like, you just want to play, it does have that options available. Now, it does look like all the different hairstyles are just kind of thrown in together, so if you want to make your character look like a guy, you kind of have to go through all the different hairstyles and find one that works. If you want to play a character that looks like female, you still kind of have to go through all the different hairstyles. So unfortunately, that I wish that you could pick male or female, and then it gives you different eyes based on that, different hair based on that, like other MMO. But maybe that's a limitation of Roblox. I don't know. There is premium features, so there are some eyes that you can only get if you buy, evidently, probably certain bundles So if you're going to spend a lot of time in this game, that might be something that you want to pick up. Obviously, I'm not going to spend any Robux on bundles at this time, at least. So you can pick your different eyebrows, you can pick your different mouths. Okay. No, definitely. I can just have that shocked look during the gameplay. Now, I have played this game a little bit before just to kind of get my feet wet, kind of wanted to understand very briefly what it was about, but I did want to go through the character creation screen just so I had that way I could show it off and show just what is involved. So yeah, we're going to grab our brand new character and we're going to jump right into the game. Now, from the very get-go, it is very noob friendly. So if you're new to the game, it really kind of holds your hand in the beginning, or in my opinion, kind of all the way through it. So it gives you a map. It kind of explains where you should be going. And then it's just like any other MMO. You go out and you fight monsters. You pick up the loot that is dropped. Now, once again, since it is Roblox, it has some mechanics that are very Roblox friendly, I guess I would say. So as I play through, you'll see that certain things drop. So you can see that there's hearts, and there's gold and coins. So the gold bars are just more money. The bags, obviously, is just more money. Hearts, so whenever you lose life, you can pick that up and it restores your health. And as you play through, you'll see other things drop, like donuts or I think like milkshakes. And that is food that you collect, and you're able to, at some point in time, you're able to, pick up a pet, and then you can feed all your food items that you collect, and you can, at the beginning, it starts off like as an egg, and then you feed it and it'll hatch, and then you can keep upgrading, very Pokemon-esque. So it's just one of those other things, mechanics that add to the uniqueness of the world. And then you can come to very specific areas and you can zone into dungeons. Now, the way the dungeons work is when you go to the little green circle, it gives you a countdown, and other people can join, just as you can see. People can join your party, and this person is level 74, so they can join up with a level, whatever level I'm at, and they're just destroying everything. So I'm getting basically power leveled right here. So I'm going to spend all my time kind of picking up loot versus actually doing anything in this dungeon. But yeah, so as I have no idea what class they are, I ended up going the defender because I do have a magic user, but I wanted to see what the melee combat was all about. But my teammate, they're just gonna blast through all of this. It's the lowest level dungeon, and they're just going to destroy everything. Now, unfortunately, downside, like I said, we're going to talk about the good things and we're going to talk about the bad things. Um, if you go into a dungeon with other people in the game, you get scored on your activity in the dungeon. So, how much damage did you do? How much participation did you do? And you get items or chests, and it's ranked essentially. So if there's like 5 people, there might be like 3 chests. And the best loot chest is going to go to the first place person, and then the second place person. As you can see, they've already finished the dungeon, and I didn't even get to get all the loot that was available. As you can see, that person did all this stuff, and I did absolutely no damage. So they're obviously going to get the better rewards. So, downside, you can go into dungeons solo, but once again, it's an MMO in Roblox. So, what's the point of playing solo? That's kind of weird and kind of frustrating, to be honest with you. And there are teleport stations. You have to make it. You have to make it to each of those little teleport stones, and they're spread all throughout the maps. So yeah, as you're going through all the areas, as you can see in the top right, there's quests that show up. You don't pick these quests up. You don't have to go to an NPC. You don't have to follow any type of quest chain. They just show up. Based on the area that you're in, there's a certain number that you have to kill, and once you kill the amount of mobs that are being tracked, the red button will turn into a green button, and it'll say claim. Once you click that button, you claim the reward. Most of the time it's experience, but sometimes there are other things that can be offered. So I recommend doing all the different quests. Unfortunately, once again, if you're used to other MMOs, then you understand that kind of immersing yourself into the world is what actually draws people into an MMO. This is more like a Roblox MMO version of just an RPG. Or not even a strategy game. It's just one of those clicker games that you're just on a very defined path, and you have to collect, items, and it's very mock battle. So, in a way, the game is an MMO, but in a way it's it's a very relaxed game. I've been playing this for a little bit. As you can see, I finally have a pet. I can go around up all the monsters in the area, and I really won't have to worry about being afraid of dying. Alright, so I just teleported back to town. I just hit level 15. And at level 15, you're able to pick up... Is it a quest? You pick up a quest to do it. I don't see anything saying to pick up a quest. You just go to classes. Oh, I was trying to make it a lot harder than it actually was. You just go to classes and you can pick the next class. So, once again, downside. There's no real immersion. There's not something that you do and an NPC or anything. You just be anywhere in the world and be like, I'm level 15, let's pick a new class. I mean, how about just a little bit of immersion? So we can be a dual wielder, we can be an elementalist, or we can be a guardian. So I really feel like I want to keep the melee going. So it'll probably either be guardian or dual wielder. I really don't know if I want to be kind of the tank. An elementalist gives you lightning and yeah, so it gives you ice, fire, and lightning. So what you would actually think an elementalist would actually be. And then the dual wielders, you get combat rhythm, death side. So we're just going to go with this one. I think being a dual wielder would be fun. Alright, so I didn't even have to switch. I mean, I just picked that up and I was able to, I just magically have dual wielding weapons now. I went from an axe to having 2 swords. Okay? Like I said, just a tad bit of immersion. I mean, that was just handed to me. That's kind of weird, but, you know, I guess if you've kind of got that short of attention span, if you want the relaxed MMO feel, like you could play a game and watch TV at the same time and not really have to worry about death or losing anything or PvP. I mean, honestly and truly, this was probably the game for you. I mean, you could just zone out and play this game and have absolutely no repercussions. You get a pet that you can upgrade, you can feed it stuff, you can name it. You know, you can go through the dungeons if you want to maybe have just a tiny bit of immersion. There are world quests. I use that term very, very loosely. There's things out in the world that can help bring you in, but, you know, it's a very defined path. You don't go out into the world and quest. You follow this road, and you're either a high enough level to take out the mobs, or you run backwards down the road to finally do the quest and fight the monsters that are your level, essentially. And you can level with people, but there's absolutely no reason to. There's no reason whatsoever to go out into the world and fight. So, I mean, like I said, if you're a hardcore MMO lover, this isn't probably going to be the game for you. But if you just want to play something that you can mindlessly detach from and feel by the end of the game you've accomplished something, or, you know, had a decent time playing, and that you'll be able to come back to. I mean, you'll be able to come back. You'll be able to start your character again. Once you log in, you'll start right back over in the town. You don't start back over where you ended the game. You start right back over, but at least you can teleport around as long as you've found the next teleport. So once again, if you're playing, you better find those teleports, or you're not going to be able to make it back to where you left off. If you're not worried about dying, you want to, once again, just zone out and play a game, this is probably the game for you. If you want to play something free in Roblox that obviously, it's really designed well. The art is really, really cool. The layout is really, really awesome. Then yeah, absolutely. This game is great. It offers all that. Unique monsters. Some of the dungeons offer kind of a unique story design to them. But if the overall world, if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for kind of a tough challenge, you're not going to enjoy this game. Just being honest. So once again, I would say check this out for those that, who have piqued their interest in it. Others, obviously, you'll probably definitely want to pass on this. Yeah, so I think that's it for this video. We're going to go ahead and log out. We'll keep trying higher levels just to see if there's any more uniqueness to it. But once again, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.